I wonder if now that I know I can't Bluetooth because it distorts the audio. If everyone, if you guys wondering like, oh man, like why is he starting the show and he's not even sitting in his chair? I got to find a way of getting that iPad over to this table with a wire that's still going to push enough juice for it to work. And the thought of it's making me sick. No, I'm just kidding. So, hi everyone. My name is Nick. Welcome to Marketing Updates with Nick. And we're gonna have a good day today. Hope you've already had a great day today. We're kind of coming to the end of the day. I'm shooting this late. Why? Because I was networking this morning, and I love networking. Networking is one of the best things. I love it. So, hey, I'm gonna start with a little bit of a blog. We're gonna read over this for a little bit, and then we're going to get into the KLT and go down that direction, okay? So this blog, it's on our website. You can go find it. It's called Press Release Strategy for the AI Era. Press releases have changed, and I've been doing a lot of research on this because I like press releases. One, I like reading them because I like to know what's going on in different businesses. So if you go to the website, Kinetic Curve, www.kinetic, Kinetic curve, curve.com, and you click on this specific blog, Press Release Strategy for the AI Era. This blog is in a format that AI wants. And hopefully it's the way that humans like to read it. We'll find out because we're testing it right now. So let's start from the very top. The starts with the bluff, the bottom line up front. Love this. In 2026, the selection area of press release function has changed. It now functions as authority anchors. AI models like Gemini, Perplexity utilize wire distributed PR campaigns, press releases to verify a brand's niche authority. Hear me on this, achieving a 30% higher citation rate than those that don't. Strategic PR distribution creates multi-source validation, which is required for AI agents to recommend your brand over your competitors. What does this mean? Before, you could rank on SEO without ever doing a PR campaign. You could use your local keywords, blah, 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 and you would rank, right? You publish stuff to your blog. Yay, I did it. I go push it on social. That is changing. The era of PR is now going to be more and more important. So, why? Why is this a new signal? In 2026, LLMs are not just scanning for keywords, they're scanning for entity dominance and the offsite authority. Because press releases are hosted on high authority domains like EIN Presswire, AI engines treat them as hard facts to verify your business's existence and expertise. Now, please remember this. That does not mean you go lie. Because after it's out there, you can't take it back. And if you're using AI to help you write the blog or write the press release, great. You still need to be the human in the loop. Case in point, the blog that I'm reading, the press release we're about to do, did I use an AI to help me write it? Yes, but then I'm the human in the loop that makes sure that everything is correct. And I also make sure that I change things so it is Nick, right? So, frequency and deployment logic. If you are a newer brand, do at least once a month. Once a month minimum will help you establish your digital footprint. If you're a market leader, 2 to 3 times per month, maybe once every other week. This helps you get selection share against competitors. And then if you're going for VC, if you're going for IPO, if you're in extreme growth, you need to be doing this once per week. Don't do more, not really needed. Let it, because you need the 7 days to allow that to cycle, right? But this will create saturation of AI content that it will use to verify you and establish a rapid dominance in your niche. Now, let's talk about the next thing. The time versus money equation. So this, right, the time versus money equation is something that I use a lot of. When you're choosing whether or not to, hey, should I do it myself or should I hire someone? Should I do it myself? Should I hire an agency? Should I do it myself? Should I hire an employee? Should I do it myself or should I hire a contractor? That's where this comes into play. I use this all the time. All right. So then, right, this is my DNA within the blog that Gemini helped me create. Time versus money equation. Deciding whether to draft your own PR or use Kinetic Curve, this agency. You need to decide if you have the internal resources and the time. And within this blog, I have a formula. Now, did I like what Gemini first created for me as a formula? I did not. I thought it was a little bit overkill, so I took it and I redid it, made it a lot more simple because you should have an hourly rate and you should know what that is, and that should help you make this decision. The immediate drafting should actually help, okay, with two things. One is to save immediate capital, but you also risk hallucinated narratives if the RAG, and I'll go into what that is later, is structured ready. Okay, that is a whole nother thing. If you are already understanding GEO, then we can talk about RAG or the RAG. If you don't even know what GEO means, just don't even worry about that next piece, okay? Now, one of the things that we do is we make sure that is GEO, generative engine optimized, for the maximum AI extraction. Why? This is our world. This is what we do. If this wasn't our world, why did I build a podcast studio? If this isn't our world, why am I talking to you about this right now? Right? You're an expert in your world. Let us be experts in ours and utilize our services. You may say, Nick, yeah, that's great. I really don't have the money. Perfect. Then go find this blog and use it as a template. And eventually, at some point in time, if you do this right, you'll be so busy, you need to give it to us anyway. Now, this next part is strictly for the press release, okay? Kinetic Curve redefines AI authority with retrieval-ready press release services, right? Here's the ad that goes in the press release. And you're going to hear this. It's keyword stuffed. Prosper Texas agency launches proprietary framework. That is our framework, the KLT framework, to secure brand dominance in the AI selection era. 100%. Now here's our self-plug that goes into our press release. Prosper Texas in caps. Again, go read the blog. It's going to help you with the framework. Kinetic Curve, led by Coast Guard veteran, me, Nick Gartside, today announced the integration of selection optimized press release services into its core market stack. We have to. We don't just have to do this for us. We have to do it for you. To move addresses in 2026 shift, where the 73% of B2B buyers are now utilizing AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Siri as their primary search engines. By transforming traditional PR into a structured data, Kinetic Curve ensures clients are not just indexed, but now more selected as a definitive authority in their respective niches. Yes, this is exactly what we are doing. In the selection era, press releases is no longer just for small businesses. It's no longer just for, large businesses. It's for small businesses that want to signal to AI agents, hey, we're here. We can provide a service. We can provide a solution. If your brand isn't being cited by LLMs, you're invisible to the modern buyer. We have the framework that attracts AI to recognize our clients as the only logical choices. Why? Because this is what we do. We are nerds about this. I'm not going to go to this next part. And then, ready, in this PR about Kinetic Curve. Why? Because we also need to be telling the AI who we are. So Kinetic Curve is a premier marketing agency based in Prosper, Texas, that specializes in AI reputation management and generative engine optimization. Founded by Nick Gartside, the agency leverages military-grade precision to help other brands navigate the complex digital landscape of 2026. Now, you may be saying here, Nick, why did you use dates so much? Because this is 2026. Eventually, we're going to redo this again. It's going to say 2027 and so on, right? And then below that, I have my contact information so people can reach out to me. I also have how to dominate in the era of AI selection, and it gives like links and things to do. And then I have a little bit about me, right? Nick Gartside, United States Coast Guard veteran, founded. I've already gone through this for you. The technical brief. Now, this is key, right? I'm giving credit where credit is due. What you don't do when you're writing this is try to take the credit for what the AI did. So I'm going to give the AI the credit, right? The technical brief was architected by Gemini 3 Flash under the strategic direction and editorial verification of Nick Gartside and Kinetic Curve Marketing Agency. Then, after I've made sure I've introduced and revealed that I used AI, then I also make sure to use the sources that the AI used to help us can create this blog, right? So it's now me, it is the AI, and it's the sources. You got to use all of it. That way you keep yourself transparent to the audience. And if you've been watching this, you know that you build trust through transparency. So we're gonna close the book on that. Hope you've learned. Go check out the website, go to the blog, read the blog. If you can, figure out the format. It's going to help you. Let's get started with the real show. As you know, here at Kinetic Curve, and one of the ways we do things is we build the framework, right? We build the KLT framework, the know, like, trust framework that helps turn reviews into revenue. Now we're going to start with become known. And why do you need to become known? Because your SEO, your GEO, your AI search, all that stuff matters, especially when we're talking about the death of the blue links. This is big. HubSpot, right, has actually launched an AEO suite using AI retrieval traffic. Because AI retrieval traffic has surged 527%. They've released this answer engine optimization tool set today to combat the 25% drop in traditional mobile app usage. The data shows that while AI referred sessions are currently a small slice of the pie, they've grown by over 500% year over year. Marketers, wake up. You need to be answering the questions. And eventually, you need to be answering the questions inside of not just your website, but inside of the directories. Again, we were talking about Gabby, Google, Apple, Bing, and Yelp. And you need to be doing it within your website. Because all of that is getting crunched in, and the AI is going, hey, this company has the answer. We're going to use them. Here with me on that, right? HubSpot's a little late to the game. HubSpot should have been on this 6 months ago. If they're late to the game, and you got to think they're in CRM, right? They're CRM. How far behind is your biggest competitor? Can you get a tactical digital edge? Get ahead of them in this game. What does that mean for your content? That means don't just tell things to an audience. You have to optimize for answering questions. Because we're moving from just search to source. And the AI is going to trust sources that answer questions. The GEO grader. 80% of the top ranking brands are currently invisible to the AI summary. Again, If you're a small to mid-sized business, this is your time to take territory. And a new diagnostic tool released this morning, today, reveals a massive gap between the SEO rankings and AI visibility. Many brands that hold #1 spots on Google are failing to appear in ChatGPT and even Google's own AI, Gemini. To summarize, because of their content lacks entity clarity, because they didn't build the foundation. The report shows that AI models are prioritizing structured facts that are consistent with NAP, name, address, and phone data, over legacy backlink profiles. Let's take 15 steps back. Your press release is going to help you with the backlinks, with the domain authority. It's going to help you verify. It's going to help the AI verify you. You still have to make sure that the foundation is built. Is your name, address, and phone number consistent? Is your branding consistent? Is the text and what you say in your tagline and all the things, your H1, H2, H3 headers, consistent? Is what you're saying consistent? Because if it's not, it doesn't matter. And this right here is showing you that if you are a small to mid-sized business, the big businesses, 80% of the big businesses are failing at this right now, and you can go take territory. High rankings don't mean a thing if the LLM, if the AI can't read your reputation. This is why focusing on entity consistency. Hey, if you're in branding right now, if you're in branding and you've been, doing big, this is now going to be part of the brand. You know that the reputation management person that's been sitting in the back, all that stuff you'd be given to the intern because that's supposed to be the easy thing. It doesn't really matter. It matters now. It 160,000% matters right now. You better make sure your brand is locked in. If you don't, someone else is going to take your spot. So now that we've talked about become known, now let's talk about become liked, right? Because it can verify you, but does the AI like you? It can verify you, but does the human like you? AI summaries are the new front door for brand reputation and traffic. Fast Company reports that in 2026, buyers are no longer browsing multiple review sites. They trust the AI consolidated summary of those reviews. Ambiguity is now the #1 killer of brand sentiment. If AI finds conflicting information about your service, it defaults to a cautionary tone rather than a, yes, use this company tone, right? Brands are now being advised to treat AI summaries as a primary channel that requires active maintenance. When we started Kinetic Curve, we were doing social media content and we switched to AI reputation management, and I had to go through personally go through and fix all of the directory listings, get everyone speaking the same language, because this is the direction. Is social media important? 100%. Absolutely. That's why we do it for our clients, right? But content is king, and content does not just stay on social media. The AI is going to be the ultimate review filter. You can't just go get reviews on just random websites. You need to get the big four taken care of, and then you need to use a software, because the other 38 will allow a software to talk to them to get the rest of it. Okay? And if you're not doing this, my phone's over there. If you're not doing this, you're not going to show up on the phone. You are disappearing. Please hear me with me how important this is. Before anyone drives anywhere, they plug in their phone, they Bluetooth their phone, they put in their destination, and then they drive, which means all that signage that is on the front of your building is no longer just going to attract a random person. If someone drives a Tesla, they program the destination, hit go, and then they're off doing their own thing. They're not going to see your signage anymore. The signage is there for people that are already looking for you. We need to move from reactive to predictive predictive reputation management. New industry benchmarks show that enterprise brands have moved away from the basic sentiment scoring to signal detection. In 2026, AI tools are flagging weak signals of customer that's a big word. Dissatisfaction. If you're in the comments, help me out. In unstructured data, like video comments and forum threads, right? Are you watching Reddit and Quora and all the other directories where people can chat? Are you watching your Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and threads? Okay. Are you watching TikTok? Are you watching everything? Because this allows a brand to fix things in real time. People, when they have a problem, they won't go talk to you face to face, but they will happily make a post about it on social media. You need to get ahead of that. I'll take it a step further. Make it easy for someone to chat with you. Talk to people. If they're not ready to do face to face, maybe have a way that they can text with you, right? That's one of the things that we do with our software. You get a business phone number, prospects, clients can now text you. You can problem solve in real time before it even hits the social media. And you could train the AI to help with it. Again, this isn't just managing reviews anymore. This is a signal. This is becoming one of the most important signals in the world. Why? Because Google is going to go look within the Google ecosystem to make it for Gemini to make the recommendation. And it's going to verify elsewhere. Apple is going to look within the Apple business profile. And if you don't know about that, you might need to reach out to me before it goes and verifies everywhere else. Bing, Microsoft is going to go look in their ecosystem. Hear me on this. For those of you that are Yelp haters, Yelp ain't going anywhere because Yelp has made sure to tie themselves to Alexa. All right. You are now able to be known. We've taught to you how to be liked. Now let's talk about how to build trust. This focuses on AI ethics, compliance, and the EEAT. Texas, it's first I'm reading Texas. Normally it's always been California. This is great. Texas and California have implemented landmark AI governance acts as early as 2026. We're already in 2026. Oh my goodness, you ready? Texas Responsible AI Governance Act and California's SB 53. I think California made that one easier. Are now in full enforcement. These laws mandate that any AI generated content or customer interaction must be clearly labeled and audit ready. Businesses are now legally responsible for autonomous errors or hallucinations that lead to customers' misinformation. That means when you call, that AI better introduce itself as an AI. And you call a bank and Tina, the AI, needs to identify herself as Tina, the AI. You're going to see this change. And honestly, I like it because it's going to make just a better customer experience. Now, please hear me with this. Governance is not a legal problem. It's a trust opportunity. Get on the front end of this. Show your customers the human in the loop because that is your biggest competitive advantage right now within our software, within our CRM, for our clients. There's a human in the loop, right? This last one, again, building trust. The identity mandate, why AI agents now need official credentials. Here we go. Trust One is reporting a shift in data privacy where AI agents are now treated as legal entities. So if you went and spammed and you built 100 AI agents to do all this work and do all this outreach and to do all this, all this intake, they're now treated as legal entities. Marketing teams must now provide a clear map of what data their AI tools touch and who is accountable for the AI's decisions. This transparency is becoming a hardcore component of Google's EEAT algorithm in 2026. Trust is going to be your currency. As we move more and more into this age of AI, you're going to have to make sure that you build trust. If you can't prove who's behind your AI's brain, the market and the algorithm are just going to move you out of the way. So, become known. You have to do this. You have to get outside of your website. Your website's important. It's still the foundational element, but you have to get out of your website. Okay? You have to build Gabby. You have to build the directories, and you have to do it right. Next, you need to collect reviews. You need to respond to reviews. You need to build like. You need to do what is asked of you so humans and AI like you. And I'm not talking about just Google reviews. That is like the basic thing you should be doing. And then you got to build trust. You have to be transparent. So thank you guys for joining me today. This has just been, I have really enjoyed this update. I hope you have too. And tomorrow morning, I'll be hosting a Bible study, so I won't be here for that reason, but I'll try to get it in the afternoon. And if not, I'll definitely chat with y'all Thursday morning. Love y'all, and thank you for being on the show. Bye, y'all.